Hi guys, this is namkraftvn. What's going on? Once again, I arrived late to the party. I apologize. I didn't know that there was a party hosted this weekend, but we're gonna be watching the finals of the PSL season 1. I don't even understand how this, what exactly is the structure, because we had round 1 finals and we had round 2 finals, and now we're gonna be having round 3 excuse me, we already had round 3 finals. So this is the finals, and the two players gonna be playing is gonna be Sharp, a Terran player, versus Artuser. What's his name? Kim Boom So, a Protoss player. And this is gonna be very interesting because as you all know, Sharp is the very much renowned player. He is the winner of the previous round of this tournament, and he's gonna be facing against Artuser. Now I don't know what happened to Royo and all of the other guys, because Royo won the first round and Snow won the second round or something like that, right? If my memory serves me right. So I don't know what they're doing, but anyways, they're not here today, so we're gonna be witnessing this. I think this is possibly a best of 5. There is gonna be the first game here on the map Radeon. I just arrived on the scene, so I apologize. I don't even know what's going on, but it looks like Sharp is going to be in the red color at the top right corner of the screen, and Artuser is going to be at the top left corner of the screen. And looks like we're going to be having a lot of temp toss strategy coming up now from Artuser. He is making a lot of shadows. He's going to be trying to head out here inside the main. There's going to be a command center that floats out. It's going to be very interesting. Looks like the Goliath finds it. He takes how many shadow out? Looks like no. All of the shadow lands. We have a rewind area. The Redo dies right away. So that's slightly unfortunate. As you can see, the supply, is kind of closing in between these two players. So that's very unfortunate. Looks like Sharp knew exactly what he needed to do at that point. I'm trying to get my headphone out to actually wear it, because I'm speaking on my speaker, on my mic, and I don't have anything to listen to. So I'm just gonna be, in my country, in my communist Vietnam, they say, do something vegetarian. So for example, if you cast without the sound, you're gonna be casting vegetarian, or if you, if you play, for example, you play soccer or something. Anyways, a lot of shadows gonna try to fly in here. Looks like once again the shadow gets sniped. The Dragoons are getting stuck in the back. Not a single tanks have lost their lives. And Vulture's coming in to reinforce, and looks like in the last minute, Artuser is gonna have to back up his supplies very much even. Looks like Sharp is even eclipses enemy in supply. But we do have the 4th base coming up for the Protoss player, so he's gonna have a chance to hold on a little bit more longer. But I think the advantage is quite clear cut in favor of Sharp. He is gonna be looking forward to his nice big tournament win here, because he hasn't been winning anything for a while. And he's not in the league of the S players. I think he's kind of in the A class-ish, B. I think it's not in the B class. I think it's very much clear that Sharp is in the A class. Oh my god! Once again, a lot of crazy mind drags in the back. And yeah, let me. If you already know from my previous announcement, I just ordered a new mic, and it has not arrived yet. So I'm gonna be casting this using my old mic, but I hope that the quality would still be okay. But anyways, we're gonna be looking for some engagements here. As for Sharp, he's got his 3 bases set up. Protoss +1 weapons done. Oh my god, once again Templar is gonna get picked up here. One Templar is gonna go hide in the back. There's gotta need to be a Zealot to block this, and in fact there's gonna be some Zealot blocking from the back, so these Vultures we need to back up. There's gonna be a nice mind drag to drive away these Vultures, and the Vulture is gonna try to go somewhere else. So it looks like Sharp's gonna just completely in the lead here, just gonna have everything covered. The base is gonna need to get created at the bottom of the screen. We're gonna be having some Vultures trying to attack it, but it looks like at the last minute, I think Artuser is gonna have a chance to actually go and claim that base. Double shadow, double robotics are gonna be coming out here. Alright, we're going to be looking at, we're at the 30-minute mark of the game. I arrived about 7 to 8 minutes late, but I'm very glad that we still have some actions going on. But I think things are looking very dire here for the Protoss player. He's going to be going up to the 5th base, which is interesting. Of course, there's just so many mines everywhere, and he's neglected making observers. I know that in this kind of high-level play, sometimes you don't make observers because you want to prioritize making shadows, because shadows are the thing that wins games. But anyways, he's got to be very careful. Looks like observer's going to try to come into the sea, and some of the Vulture's going to get trapped in the middle of the map. And Artuser here is going to have to come out and, just kind of control it a bit. the middle ground here. Anyways, a lot of shadows gonna try to fly in. He's gonna try right fly, but there's some marine in transit here. Zelle dropping. High table is gonna be the cast storm. The first. Okay, this is gonna be a crazy mind drag. No, not a single storm was casted, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But this last one is able to damage some forces, but he might be able to pick that up and go and hide in the back once again. No, the shadow dies. Really unfortunate for Artuser, but I think it's good try. But because, you know, in terms of skill level, I mean, Artuser is no match for Sharp, definitely. So, you know, it's understandable that he's kind of not you know, in the right, not in the right caliber play. But anyways, I'm kind of occupied because I'm actually also making the what was I gonna say, the metadata for this tournament and for this game. So you know, my head might be in the cloud a little bit here. But anyways, looks like Sharp is gonna try to come out. What does he have? Alright, will he be having probe scaling transit? Very good though for the Protoss player, that he's got at least some probe saturation at the bottom left. And he's gonna try to hold here. Now both players are almost maxed out, but with the double, oh my god, Hightail is gonna cast a very pathetic storms there with a double shadow and double robotic support bay. I think you know, Artuser will have some chance to hold here. He needs to stretch out Sharp's, you know, bases and try to find a nice angle to attack. He's gonna pick up more forces. Yeah, he's gonna be having a small attack. It looks like the tank's gonna try to move forward, and these Protoss forces gonna get completely mauled to death. Not very good. What we're seeing on screen right now. Alright, what's happening? Looks like we're gonna be having more drops. I think it doesn't really matter because Sharp has got his 4th base up, so I think those SCVs will get transferred anyways. But the drop's gonna come in. SCV's gonna try to run, and we do have some storms. Maybe this shadow's gonna go where it's not able to. It's gonna be able to land. Oh my god, those are the worst, but the most pathetic storms ever. Vulture's gonna get inside the main because the rest of the Protoss army is out of position. He's gonna try to get back here. But I don't know if it's gonna be, you know, enough to actually hold this or not. Anyways, yeah, one base for sure is gonna be falling, but there are some shadow flying from the other side of the map, and there's gonna be some beautiful storm. This is a mistake by Sharp to have his tanks clumped up like this. More storms against the Goliaths maybe. Zealots attacking, a number of Dragoons are thinning out, but only 2 tanks remaining, only two siege tanks. The rest of the tanks are not siege, so they don't have the maximum, you know, firepower. These Dragoons need to focus attention on that tank in the back. He's attacking some random stuff. He will find the attack the tank, but the Shadow's gonna try to come in with more Dragoon. Very nice attacking. Goliath's gonna try to snipe the Shadow, but I think not fast enough. And there's gonna be some crazy mind drags. I think all of the Shadows have died, but that has saved the base here for a little bit here for Artuser, and he survived. Oh my god, watch out for that mine though. That mine did not explode correctly, so that's gonna be slightly good. These Vultures gonna try to snipe this base, but yeah, I think for the time being, we had a crazy last minute survival from Artuser. Is gonna try to save his Nexus. He needs to do that. He's gonna need to move forward. Probes gonna get transferred. There's gonna be some mines. Maybe it looks like there's gonna be some Vulture movement towards the bottom left of the screen. There are some probes and some cannons on the high ground. It's gonna be High Templar is gonna have to stop it, and looks like High Templar is getting ready to catch the storm here. Looks like this base is safe, so for the time being, looks like Sharp is not yet able to kill out his enemy completely here. Alright, I think this base though is gonna be under siege, but how many more Shadows gonna become out? We need to have a lot of Shadow to fly out to save that base. If Artuser has been paying attention, then he will have a chance to, you know, to attack him. But it looks like the ground forces don't arrive on time. We need to have Shadow to attack, not Dragoons walking blindly into minefields. Yeah, okay, here are the Shadow, not enough Goliath, so this Nexus, will it die? The question is, it looks like there's gonna be no focus, the attention on the Nexus. The Nexus might live. All of the tanks have died. Dragoons need to attack, but the Shadow escaped, and the Nexus has lived. The Nexus has held, so the probes can get sent back, but these triple Shadow, quadruple Shadow, you know, attacks from you know, from our Protoss hero here is holding the ground here for Artuser. We have 4 bases for Terran, but this Temptor strategy is very effective. It's a very good way for you know, for the Protoss player to trade with very low probe count, very low number of bases, and still be able to win the game. So I really like these you know, these kind of strategies that we're gonna be seeing. Alright, anyways, what's happening now? Looks like more tanks starting to move across. Observers sees the movement of the tank. I mean, I think this is going to be the moment for Sharp to stop these kind of random attacks, because he's bleeding a lot of tanks. He needs to focus on the defense, I think. Terrans are good in terms of defense, they're not so good with offense, especially when playing against Temptar strategy. So that's something that I'd advise Sharp to think about. Don't attack that much anymore, because there's gonna be a lot of observers, you know, in the critical location to see. There's gonna be a lot of you know, shadow flying around, getting ready to drop stuff. These Dragoons need to back down. Those tanks, I think, are very much heavily upgraded. Looks like Artuser doesn't move in. He move out. Excuse me. He's gonna be losing some probes on this side of setup of these tanks. Gonna get attacked from both sides, though. So at least, you know, Artuser is gonna try to cut his enemy, you know, into two parts. He's gonna try to come across this base is gonna get toasted a bit. It's gonna be turrets getting destroyed. Shadow's gonna drop. The rest of the Terran army is gonna try to come from the back. There's gonna be some tanks on the high ground, but Shadow dropping stuff on high ground. Let's go. How many more Zealot remaining? There's a lot of Zealot remaining. All of these Shadows would die, so we need to remake a lot of the. Okay, looks like these tanks are completely naked in the front here. So many tanks are gonna be falling. Freaking Sharp is losing so many forces. Zealot walking and attacking some random tanks. There's gonna be some mine drags, and there's gonna be some tanks coming from the back, but the Shadow need to return. Or Artuser, we need to get on the high ground. He will get on high ground. Need to attack now. Attack now. Looks like the tanks gonna be shelling from the low ground. Zealots attacking and, you know, getting some crazy mine drags. What an insane comeback from Artuser. I thought this guy's toasted, but he's gonna be walking random Zealot, you know, into his enemy's bases now. There's gonna be more and more stuff, and I think now both the players are kind of slipping in terms of macros. You can see their APM is somewhere else, and they're floating a lot of minerals and gases. A lot of SC is gonna be heading on high ground. These tanks need to walk a little bit further, and looks like anything that comes out of these factories will get completely attacked here. SCVs are forced to get pulled up the line. There's gonna be a D matrix on the single vulture system buy time. The Shadow, we need to return home now to pick up more forces. Those Dragoons need to get on the high ground. They need to get on high ground. More Dragoons attacking from the back, and Artuser has completely breached Sharp's front. What freaking insanity are we watching here? Sharp, we need to remake a lot of forces. Sharp has lost so much supplies. You can see supply falling down to 84 for Sharp. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Sharp who loses here. Very, very interesting comeback. And looks like Protoss attacking in several angles. But does Artuser have the economy to support it? He make a new base. Did he make a new base? His command center is going to be falling. I think it's going to be better to attack Sharp's main and forget about, you know, the, you know, these kind of, you know, new bases. You need to actually destroy the factories. The command center will burn for sure. SC is going to get involved in the action here. And I think the bases has got safe now. These are going to focus attention on the command center. They need to try to and snipe the SCVs. Something is going to try to move back and buy time, and Protoss are attacking from this side, and it's going to be the moment, I think, for Artuser to think about using the Shadow again. He's going to try to snipe some tank. One tank down, two tank down possibly, and that tank has fallen. Only one D-Matrix tank remains. This command center needs to land down and shoot the freak out. Another command center is going to be burning. What freaking insanity! Obviously, this is an insane way to play Protoss against one of the best Terran players these days. These Dragoons gonna eat up a lot of mines. Oh my god, crazy insane mine is gonna try to snipe Science Vessels. One Science Vessel would die. The other Science Vessel, does it live? No, it dies as well. So both of these bases, all of these bases get saved, but more attack coming from the back because Sharp has not managed to you know, to re-establish the tank line here, and the mine line is going to be Shadow dropping a lot of storms from the high sky. The crazy one storm need to actually go for one more storm. He does kill it. There's going to be two more tanks in the back he will pick up and does a beautiful shot against double tanks. Maybe one more storm. He doesn't have the energy for it. Okay, he's going to be able to actually count something, and those two high temperatures are dead, but that's going to be fine. Sharp down to 67 supply. He's pressing forward. Protoss has got 5 bases, almost about to get a 6 one. There's going to be some high temperatures on the low ground, casting some beautiful storm against the vultures on high ground. Sharp, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be losing this first game. What an insane freaking goddamn comeback from this Artuser guy. Thanks for watching. Like this guy, to buy me coffee, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.